Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Surah 52, Surah At-Tur, the mountain. Alhamdulillah, we are coming now to the end of it. We are busy with verse number 44 out of a total of 49 verses. Were they to see a piece of the sky falling on them, they would only say, clouds gathered in heaps. So leave them alone until they encounter that day of theirs, wherein they shall perforce swoon with terror. So the job is simply to share the message. You simply can share the Quran, an invitation for people to read the Quran, and that's it. If they don't want to believe, then that's it. To you be your way, to me be my way. Then on the day of judgment, they will then see how wrong they were. Because the famous Sufi poet has said, when your eyes close, then your eyes open. It simply means when your physical eyes close, then their spiritual eyes will open. Then they will see the angel of death. They will see all the punishment. Then on the day of judgment, they will see their entire body being recreated, even though they were decomposed or they were cremated and their ashes were thrown into the ocean. They will get the shock of their life, that they have been brought back to life again. All the crime that they have done, whether it was the criminals in government or the honorable members of parliament, it doesn't matter who you are. Every single human being, from the first to the last, irrespective of race or religion or ideology, black or white or brown, Christian or non-Christian, Muslim or non-Muslim, a Scientologist, a Buddhist, a pagan worshipper, a neo-paganism, a Darwinian, an evolutionist, a materialist, a pantheist, a traditional worshipper, a Sangoma, a polytheist, an agnostic, even the atheists who don't believe. Every single human being, including His Excellencies of the world, the presidents of the world, the prime ministers of the world, the honorable members of parliament and honorable members of Congress and Senate, everyone, all the Academy Award winners, the Oscar Award winners, the Gold Disc Musician Award winners, the Wimbledon champions, the gold medal winners at the Olympics, the UEFA Cup champions, every single one, including those, the recipients of the presidential awards, everyone, rich and poor, will stand in front of God without a shadow of a doubt, and that's a guarantee. Even if you don't believe in that, it's a guarantee. And those who don't believe in that, leave them alone. They will see the reality on the day of judgment, and when they see the reality, it will be a Kodak moment, because they will swoon with terror and they will be in a state of extreme distress and anxiety, crawling on their hands and knees, begging God to be sent back to the earth again, so that then they can become believers, but then it is too late. God has created you. You cannot escape Him. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. To Allah we belong, and to Him is our return. God created the heavens belong to Him. God created the earth belongs to Him. All the trillions of galaxies will return to Allah. All the planets, the stars, the solar systems, the moons, everything will return to Him. Everything on the planet Earth will return to Him. America will return to Him. Russia will return to Him. China will return to Him. Saudi Arabia will return to Him. Africa will return to Him. The elephants and the lions and the fish and the dolphins, everything belongs to Him. He created everything, and He created also human beings, and even human beings will return to Him, and that's a guarantee. But the other creatures won't be judged, because they did not have a free will. They volunteered voluntarily to submit their will to the Supreme Creator. It is human beings that have a free will, so human beings will stand in front of God to ascertain what did they do with that free will of theirs. So all that you can do is simply share the knowledge. There's no compulsion in the religion. And if they don't want to believe, so leave them alone until they encounter that day of theirs, wherein they shall perforce soon with terror. But then it is too late. The day when their plotting will avail them nothing, and no help shall be given them. And verily, for those who do wrong, there is another punishment besides this, but most of them understand not. If you have done any type of wrong, whether you are an honorable member of parliament, if you have done a crime, whether you're a chochi in the street or a chochi in government or a chochi in a big business or a chochi on the world stage, a criminal is a criminal. If you have been involved in harming other people or nations or cities and towns through your actions or wrong actions, committing crime and oppression and tyranny and invasions of lands and bombing nations and so on, you will be held there for your punishment. You will not be able to escape. Your contacts on that day will not help you. Your business leaders will not help you. Your political leaders will not help you. Your judiciary will not help you. Your celebrity lawyers will not help you. On that day, you're going to stand in front of God. You cannot bribe God. You cannot give God money. You cannot say, okay, send me back. I need to rethink what I did wrong in life. You only get one chance at life. And on that day, the criminals of the world, the evil people of the world, the followers of Satan or Shaitan, or who had a wrong understanding of God, they will wish that they had done the right thing, and they would wish that they had lived their life in a different way. But sadly, you only get one chance at life. You will either get it fabulously right or fabulously wrong. There's no in between. And verily, for those who do wrong, there is another punishment besides this, but most of them understand not. For surely there must be justice for the victims of Jeffrey Epstein and those in the Epstein files who are trying to get away from their crime. Because there's not only one Jeffrey Epstein, there's thousands of them, there's millions of them. Who's going to speak up for the sex trafficking of girls, the kidnapping, the rape, torture, murder, and so much more horrific crimes during warfare? People's homes are being invaded, their lands are being invaded, the resources are being stolen, millions of people are becoming refugees, so many slaves on the west coast of Africa, so many slaves from China, all were taken to make America into a first world nation. And sex trafficking is continuing. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry. What is happening to the victims? There are so many serial murderers and rapists and criminals. There are so many people who are involved in financial scams and in cryptocurrency fraud and so many other forms of embezzlement and so on, cheating the weak and the helpless and the retiring old age pensioners by deceiving them out of their life savings, and then they're laughing. There has to be a day of judgment to rectify the injustices of this world. So verily, for those who do wrong, there is another punishment besides this, but most of them understand not. Stay well, look after yourself.